Hello everyone, my name is Siti Misa Amira binti Halimi. So, I will be presenting our project entitled Smart Login Verification System. This project demonstrates how Boolean logic can be applied in a real-world login verification system using MATLAB. Now, let me begin with the introduction. This system checks user login information and decides whether access should be granted or denied. The system verifies a username and a password entered by the user before allowing access. This project applies Boolean logic. By using logical operators, the system can automatically determine whether all login requirements are satisfied. This demonstrates how logic can be applied in a real-world login system. Many online platforms require users to verify their identity before accessing a system. To ensure secure access, the system must verify login information before making a decision. The main question we are solving is, how can a system decide whether access should be granted based on logical conditions? So, our solution is to apply Boolean logic to evaluate username and password. Access is granted only when all required conditions are satisfied. This project uses Boolean logic. Boolean logic uses two values, which is true and false. True represented by 1 and false represented by 0. The login system uses the AND operator. The AND operator returns true only when both conditions are true. Our logic rule is access equals to username and password. For example, 1 and 1 produce true, so access is granted. However, 1 and 0 or 0 and 0 produce false, so access is denied. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Nur Alicia Hazrin. My metric number is P0325106662. So next, I will explain the implementation of our smart login verification system. First, the user creates an account by entering a username and password. The system stores this credential for future login. Next, during the login process, the user enters the registered username and password. The system then receives the login information and performs verification. MATLAB compresses the entered credential with the stored credential using the AND logic operator represented by double ampersand or NN. If both the username and password are correct, access is granted and the login is successful. However, if either credential is incorrect, access is denied and the login fails. Finally, the system displays the appropriate output message, either login successful or login failed. Now I will present the simulation results of our MATLAB program. The first test shows account creation where the user successfully creates a username and password. The second test shows a valid login. The entered username and password match the stored credential, so the system displays login successful and grants access. Third test shows an invalid password. Although the username is correct, the password does not match the stored password. Therefore, the system displays login failed and denies access. These results demonstrate that the login verification system functions correctly and follows the AND logic rule, where access is granted only when both conditions are true.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Alifazia binti Shahril. Next, I will talk about experimental process theoretical logic. This slide shows the comparison between the theoretical result and the experimental result. According to Boolean logic, access is only granted when both conditions are true, which means the username and password must be correct. This follows the AND operator rule where 1 and 1 equal 2. Based on the truth table, there is only one successful login combination, while the other 3 combinations will result in failed login attempts. After testing the system in MATLAB, the result matched the theoretical prediction. We obtained 1 successful login and 3 failed login. Therefore, we can conclude that the login verification logic was implemented correctly and produced the expected result. Next, application in real world. This login verification system can be found in many real world applications. For example, online banking system use login verification to protect user account and financial information. Educational portals require students and lecturers to log in before accessing academic resources. E-commerce websites use authentication to secure customer account and transaction details. Social media platforms also apply login verification to ensure that only authorized users can access their profile. This example shows that Boolean logic play an important role in maintaining security and controlling access in digital systems. In conclusion, this project successfully demonstrates how Boolean logic can be applied in a login verification system. The MATLAB program checks whether the entered username and password match the stored account information before granting access. Through this project, we learn how truth table, Boolean logic, and the AND operator work together to support decision making in authentication system. The MATLAB result matched the theoretical truth table, proving that the system functions correctly. Overall, this project shows that Boolean logic is a simple but effective method for determining whether access should be granted or denied.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching. Bye.